Welcome back to Hardcore Heroes, everybody.
Hey.
I hope you are all ready to watch Malachi die horribly, or me die horribly to a random encounter, because I'm ready and I'm awake and I'm alert thanks to the cool, refreshing taste of Crystal Pepsi. They're not sponsoring me. I'm just trying to get them to.
Nice. So,
delicious.
You get instructions on to where this temple is supposed to be.
Yes.
It's right over there on the map. Let's bring up the map so everyone can see it. It's this little pocket that's dropped down here.
Mm-hmm.
We should actually clear this up so you can see that it's in an area of hills.
Ooh.
Ooh, yes. Hills. Cool. So, that's where it is. Are the three of you all headed there together, and Malachi's the only one going inside, or is Malachi just going off on his own?
First, I need to do a couple things in Copper Hill. We need to get blunt weapons. I'm sure Cheese wouldn't mind me using a blunt weapon for a specific purpose, right? Like, I don't use them generally, but like I also make the shillelagh when I need a magic weapon in combat, right?
It's true. Yeah, I think as long as it is for a specific purpose, it should be fine. Like, if it's only affected by blunt weapons, well, do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So let me look for what I'm going to pick up. I want something that's, like, suitably fancy. Maybe a flail. Equipmentless weapons. It's not too good. They're probably large, so that's actually okay. Yeah, you know, a flail is actually kind of fancy. You swing that around a little bit.
Something to it. So you can go ahead and buy weapons in Copper Hill. Joris offers just to give you the Warhammer he had on hand if you want. It's D4 plus 1 for damage.
Give it to Darth. I'll go and get a weapon of my own.
Alright, Darth takes it. He also picks up some splint mail, some chain mail. Split mail would have to be resized, but chain mail he just put on.
Sure, I buy a footman's flail.
Okay.
And I'll leave behind my bronze scimitar at Joris's since I don't really need to take it with me at this point. So I'll drop that. And we got a footman's flail. What does it weigh? 5, right? Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
I asked Joris if they are, will fire work on them. Fireballs.
I don't know. Fire seems to kill everything. I know they're made out of clay, so it might make sense if fire doesn't hurt them. But at the same time, I mean, fireball, right? Like, it's not like holding someone's hand over a candle. There's a concussive force with that. Hell,
Yeah,
maybe they're
melt
even more vulnerable to it because of that concussive force and they're all statuesque. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the two cancel each other out. Well, why don't you tell me how it works out?
Well, let's cross our fingers. Do you know if there's like pillars in the room or is it one open chamber?
Big open chamber. The front of the temple is held up with pillars.
Do they move until you get close to them, or do they just kind of?
My last hireling that checked it out and survived said that they started moving pretty much as soon as they were spotted.
What about dispel magic?
Pretty worthless golems if they could be beaten by a dispel magic spell, huh?
I figured as much.
All right. So don't get spotted.
Don't get spotted. And, you might want to leave your spell book here just to, keep it out of looters' hands if you should die.
No, I'll be needing that.
All right.
True. Is that how you have so many spellbooks, Joris?
Well, you know, some friends die, leave you there as you find others on dead people. Some of them you buy legitimately from grieving widows. You know.
All right, let's get going.
Everyone thinks adventuring is all fun and games and heroes and shit. And they don't realize that it's hard stuff. We're regular people too. No, I'm just a man with a dream. Alright, so, you guys are gonna head out. Your carriage driver has been dismissed. It'll take you about a day to walk to the place, I think.
No, we didn't dismiss the carriage driver.
Well,
remember?
you spent
Yeah,
like
we
6
had-
days learning a spell.
Yeah, can we
Oh,
get a new
yeah,
carriage?
Sure. The problem is that this place is off. Well, no, there's a trail going out there because there was a village out there once
Yeah.
upon a time.
So I don't necessarily think they need to stay because it's a gold per day plus. I mean, if we had them camp around with us, would it just be the 1 gold since they're not carrying us at that
No,
point?
because you're still paying for their time. You know, it's like a
Yeah,
like
I'm
a
saying that
prostitute.
it's like
Whether
5,
you
it's
use
5
them or
silver
not,
per head, right?
You're paying for time.
No, I'm saying that it's 5 silver per head when they're carrying us, right? But they're not carrying us if they're camping out. Is it just the 1 gold at that point?
You might be able to argue with them,
Okay.
but I think they might be a little bit grumpy about you trying to, you know, skim them and argue one way or the other, because that's also time that they could be spending elsewhere.
Sure.
Depends on how much you want to argue with them. You might be able to make a case for it.
All right. Do they buy rations for the road, or do they expect us to come with our own?
They will prepare food for you,
Okay.
but it's not necessarily fantastic.
Yeah,
it's
I don't
like-
need it to be. I just need it to be, nutrients.
Yeah,
Count.
bread, cheese, apples.
Okay. So I tell them that we might be camped out at most a week, so to be a little bit prepared for, prepared to bring enough food and water.
The carriage driver nods. She says, that'll be fine. Some of the bread might go a little stale, but I don't mind eating hardtack.
I'm sure we've had worse.
Cool.
All
So,
right.
you guys grab a carriage and head out to this abandoned village. You learn the name of the village is Whistleton.
I found the best anti-golem spell in the game.
What is it?
Feign death.
You get to Whistleton. It's a small mining village that looks like it's been abandoned for maybe a decade, maybe 2 decades. You're not sure. The few buildings that are here are all covered in like creepy cobwebs and spidery stuff. You don't see any massive, scary spiders around, but the town is definitely deserted. It is set up against the base of some hills. The carriage driver pulls out a big tent for herself, pulls out some rations, and starts making a campfire, and starts bringing out all sorts of like pots and pans and things you didn't expect, including a big sack of rice,
Okay.
and gets to making a camp.
Take that from okay.
So,
So can we see the temple?
no, there is a. Joris gave you pretty explicit instructions. There is a mine shaft, and at the back of the mine shaft is a crevice that opens up into this greater area. So you can spend a few hours looking around for the right mine shaft until you find it.
Yeah. Not dangerous down the mine shaft.
No, and it's not actually that hard to find the mine shaft, surprisingly.
Because nobody goes down there.
Well, because there's some body parts scattered around the
Right.
the interior.
Where is okay. Damn it.
Lost Mine. The new tabletop audio soundtrack. I haven't used it yet. We'll see how it goes.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Suitably dangerous.
Yeah. I have like an extra second level spell slot, but I have no idea what to put into it because nothing is useful. I mean, I guess if there's conventional traps, I could bring a spell for that.
Let's see.
Sure, just for in case we go inside.
So why don't you guys pick your spell list carefully?
I'm doing so.
Am I going to get napped? Not before.
I do have a nap. Not before, after. So you can go in, come out, you can nap, and then you can go back in. That's the logic, at least. I'm getting
I don't know if I kind of need the nap going in. We can just, I think,
Why?
because I want to cast some third level spells off the back.
Do they last long enough? Because you'd be down for an hour, and you'd have to memorize.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
what do you want to cast?
Oh well, protection from normal missiles and fly last over an hour. So I want to wake up
It'd
and
be
cast
an
that
hour and a
first.
half for you to learn a new third level spell. It's 2 hours if you learn 2 new third level spells.
No, it's half an hour per spell, right?
Yeah, plus the hour for the nap.
Yeah, but you cast nap on me, and when I'm freshly awake, I cast those 2 spells and relearn.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, I can do that.
And then, assuming they can't be healed, we can just spend another night. And then I'll go again in the morning.
Sure, I'm going to move the carriage probably about 10 minutes away from the entrance, though, and Malachi can just, like, fly around. I want to go somewhere where there's, like, a clearing to the sky so that he can see us from above if he flies over.
No, can you? I might need you to be near the entrance. Or at least come to
You
the
can
entrance.
fly away, Malachi. I doubt they're going to kill you from the sky.
Yeah, I know, but I do have one spell that I want to cast. Actually. Okay, no, never mind. Yeah,
I don't want to be anywhere near the entrance. Not unless they can be slowed on the spot. All right, so then... What do I take for my third? Oh my god. This is all... There's nothing useful. I guess I'll just take a motion control. There we go. I'm gonna put my spells in chance 5. That's only 4. Oh, but I burned the nap, that's right. All right, putting into roll 20.
Okay. So, are you guys all spelled up?
Yeah, so I cast Nap on Malachi. He woke up, cast Fly, and what else on yourself?
protection from normal missiles.
And then I think invisibility. Wait, if you learn new third level spells, you're going to burn almost the entire duration of those.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm just thinking now.
Should we not do that then?
No, we'll still do it. I'll cast... I need those two spells to go in though, and then if I don't do this, then I haven't got Fireball.
I mean, you could slow them and then just magic missile them to death. Or you could just take a fireball, cast it, and fly out.
If I need protection, if they're gonna throw the shit at me. You know, just come near the entrance, nap me there, and then leave before I go in.
Near the entrance, nap you there. I could
Yeah, it's
do
like a
that.
10-minute
I'll probably
walk,
still
right?
go back to the camp afterwards while you fly in, or I'll move a
Yeah.
decent ways out so I can run if need be.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll nap you right by the entrance. They both last over an hour, right?
Yeah. Well, let me just check. Protection from normal missiles. So protection from normal missiles lasts an hour.
Okay, so you need to do that after you wake up.
Yeah. No. So I wake up, I cast Fly first, and then I learn Fireball. And I cast Protection from normal missiles, and then I learn Fireball again.
So you'll have at least 10 minutes of fly left, but it's totally random as to how much time you have left.
Yeah, at least 10
Okay.
minutes.
Neil, I think you have to roll the d6 for how much fly time he has left. It's 10 minutes per number.
Okay. So you basically will have D6
10 to
times
16
10
minutes,
minutes
yeah.
of spell of flying time.
Yeah.
So hopefully you don't just like fall out of the sky and die. So he does that. And then he has protection from his. Okay, yeah.
And then I learn these, and I cast shield on myself, and then I go in. I shield and this, and then I fly in.
Okay.
Time to die.
Yeah. Hope you have your staff.
Just 1 sec here.
Van moves a decent, like, back from the entrance. He casts on Malachi at the entrance, then he kind of heads maybe a minute back. He wants to be able to see the entrance, but, like, not be close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'll replace one of the magic missiles with a detect magic. Or actually, is it lit within the temple?
Well, let's talk about the mine shaft first. This music's a little loud. Let's turn this down a smidgen. Alright, so the mine shaft is man-sized, human-sized. It's not particularly big. It's big enough to walk through. And you see kind of scattered on either side of the rails that lead down are little bits of people. There's maybe like a skull here, a hand over here, part of a leg bone a little bit further in.
Yeah.
It doesn't really bode well for what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right. At the back of the mine, maybe about 150 feet in, there is a crevice in the wall that clearly looks like the miners were mining away and all of a sudden they hit through something. And that area has been opened up to be big enough that a person can step through pretty easily. On the other side of this crevice in the wall, which up until now has just been lit by your staff, is a large cave lit by phosphorescent moss.
Okay. This is where we cast the nap, by the way, just at this entrance.
Right, this is where you nap and do all those things and do the fly.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Van gets the fuck out.
Right. Nothing happens while you're in the mine, by the way.
That's good.
Malachi, it's just you.
And it's light in there, though, right?
It is gently lit by phosphorescent moss. It kind of lights everything. The initial position kind of has you tilted so you can't see the temple from where you are. It has you tilted looking... let's take a look at a map. We might need a bit of a map to make this whole thing work out well.
Yeah. With scale as well, if possible.
Scale. Oof.
Or just with scale drawn on it, to say this is 200 feet or
Right.
whatever. How far do I think someone can throw a rock, Neil?
A person can throw a rock 30 yards. Who knows how far a stone giant can throw a rock?
Yeah.
So let's say that this is the mine shaft right here. It opens up into like a crevice that comes out at an angle like this. The mine shaft kind of does that. Crevice actually comes a little bit like that, opening up into a much larger chamber. But from your angle, you can't really see the whole thing. Your view is pretty limited.
Yeah.
This is definitely not to scale. But as you step around the corner, you see a much, much larger chamber. It is roughly 120 feet across and 200 feet long and 45 feet high. That said, it's got some variance. So that average is about 45 feet high. There's maybe a section that's 55 and a bunch of sections that are like 30.
Okay. Do I see the golems?
At the very back, let's just this.
Nick, do you know if cloud giants are stronger or weaker than stone giants?
I think cloud giants are stronger.
Okay, then it doesn't have 23 or greater strength. I know that from my spell list.
Right, but how far can cloud giants throw rocks?
I don't know. I would imagine that their long range is probably about the same, because the hard part, like from throwing a baseball, like you can hit a board from 10 feet away, but it's much harder from 100 feet away, just because like there's more directions that the ball can go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to get a narrower angle.
Pretty sure the fireball can fireball the length of this. I can fireball the length of this place, so.
It's a football field, right?
200 feet right now, not yards.
200 feet.
So it's fireball's 180 feet.
Yeah, plus 20-foot explosion radius. So
Nice.
this thing back here is a crude drawing of a temple,
Yes.
right, with some pillars.
Oh wait, they're past there. Okay.
And you see scattered out over this field are dozens of bodies.
Everything's fine.
30, 35, 40, God knows how many there are, but there's dozens of them.
But do I see the golems?
You see a broken golem over here with an 8-foot staff still embedded in it. There's another broken golem right next to you. Its hands still wrapped around the skeletal neck of some former creature. And at the very back, as you kind of peer around, you see 2 golems standing before the temple on these pedestals. There's actually 4 pedestals and only 2 golems left on them.
How far between those two?
40 feet.
Perfect, or just out of being perfect? Sounds like it's just perfect.
Sounds like it's just perfect. But
Yeah.
you are 200 feet away, so maybe you're...
I don't want to risk hitting no one though. So first things first, I come around the corner, I make eye contact with them. Do I see them animate?
There's a brief moment where you're like peering around the corner looking, and they're not moving.
Alright. Okay. So from here then. I'm invisible, right? And I'm flying.
You are invisible, you are flying. You can cast spells while flying as long as you're stabilized, I think. But
I
you
think
can't
there's
shoot
no.
while
I'll
flying.
double check, but I'm pretty sure there's no infringement because it's not like a levitate. He has full control.
Yeah.
I'll double check really fast for you.
I'll inch a little bit closer, Neil.
Okay.
Do they activate?
How far do you inch forward? Just like inch at a time until they do activate?
No. Like 5 foot.
You can move. You can go at a movement of 3 while casting spells, so he's able to move and cast.
Actually, how many, like, I take a look at the rubble. Is there rubble around them? Or is there big boulders?
There's a lot of broken rubble all over the place, including naturally forming stalactites and stalagmites.
Oh, okay. Impaled by one of them, is it? Alright, well fuck it then. I'm gonna cast a fireball in between them both and then fucking dart back out of the corridor.
In case you missed that, he can cast spells while flying. He can actually move while casting. In that case, it's a max movement of 3 while casting.
So I'm gonna be in the air. I'm gonna be like maybe, how tall are they? 8 foot.
Yeah, 8-foot-ish.
Oh,
How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling's like 45-ish.
Alright, so I'm gonna be like 30 foot high.
you might want to check possible combat penalties while flying are known to the DM. It's in the aerial combat section of the DMG. You might want to check that.
What's
I don't think it has inherent spell failure, but it might.
I don't think it'll fail spells, but there might be some sort of
I'll check too.
interesting.
Aerial combat.
how broken do these ones look as well, Neil?
From your distance, they don't even look damaged at all.
Okay.
Where is it? I don't even see aerial combat.
Chapter 9, page 107.
Which one is 7?
What's the maneuverability class of fly? I think it's probably A.
B. Is that better or worse?
Worse.
Damn.
Yeah.
They
that
are able
mean?
to hover in place, and they can turn 180 degrees in a single round and can make 1 pass every turn.
Can he turn faster while hovering? Because I think maneuverability is like how fast can you turn while going forward still.
Right. So I think if you move in a round, you can't move forward and backwards. You can at most move in a 180-degree arc in a single round.
There's actually it says on fly, I think, that there's vertical and horizontal acceleration.
All right. Well, look. So I'm Neil. I get. 30
Never mind, I'm wrong.
Yeah. I get 30 feet up in the air. Do they react?
Not when you're 35 feet up in the air and 195 feet away from them.
All right. So I need to. Let me think about my maths here. I think I need to go forward about another 5 or 10 feet.
Yeah, I think you're right. He can't move in multiple directions in one turn.
Right.
He could probably do like a U-turn and like get sideways movement.
I move slowly forward another 10 foot. But if I see them animate, then tell me.
Okay. You've moved forward a little bit closer. They still haven't animated. They look to be still roughly 40 feet apart. You're not entirely sure if your spell would hit both of them. You're right on that border.
It's either going to hit none of them or both of them. Right?
Unless you center it a little bit to one side or the other.
But then it's definitely not going to hit both. Is there any way to get a better idea?
Get a little bit closer.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. How far away are the rocks from, like, the feet? This definitely counts as a surprise round.
I think that's... Doesn't invisibility give you auto surprise?
So I don't know. Something like that. Alright. I'm going to cast Fireball in between them both. With the plan to immediately dart back down the corridor.
All right. You unleash a fireball. It sails towards them, exploding between the two of them. Would you please make me a damage roll?
Yes. 22.
Take a look at what their saving throw versus spell is. For a 20 hit die creature, the saves.
What? 20.
I'm just
There's
playing
no way.
with you.
Yeah.
Still not as bad as a Tarask.
That's true. They both fail their saving throws versus spell.
So it hits them both.
Yes, they do. You hit them both with an exploding fireball, rocking them for, was that 22 points of damage?
Yeah.
That is a good fireball.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright.
66,
All
right?
He says.
Yeah.
3.5 times 6. I
Okay.
think that's about average.
Yeah.
17 and a half is average for, oh, you're 6 now. Well, whatever.
Yeah. It's decidedly average. It's half a point over average.
Okay, I was doing my math earlier at you at level 5, so.
Mm-hmm.
It explodes between the two of them, and instantly they move. Like, a normal creature would be surprised by this. These guys most definitely are not surprised.
Okay, but it's
They
still my round of
immediately
combat.
move in your direction, and you become visible.
But it's still my round, so I can move in my round, right?
Sure, where do you move?
Back down the corridor.
All right, you head back down the corridor, immediately being out of sight.
Yes.
Okay.
Next round. Is that the sound of the golems?
Yes. All right. So let's take a look at the map. Where are you in the map? Because you were here.
Okay. Can I draw a
Yes.
little M for myself? Red for fire. Okay. There's me.
Mm-hmm.
Flying 35 foot in the air. Okay. So I've just cast Fireball,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've gone like down here.
Okay. You don't see them. You do hear echoing, crunching sounds. It's really hard to pinpoint the distance in a cave like this because everything just kind of echoes and echoes and echoes, and it's hard to tell where it is, but you do hear the sound of the movement of the golems.
Sure. So I cast Invis and I keep going back down the tunnel.
Okay.
In fact, I go all the way back out if I can.
All right, you are outside.
And I fly up into the air, and wait. In fact, I like, if there's like rocks around me, I'm gonna hide behind a rock and like peek out. So they'd have no idea where I was. I'm invisible anyway.
Right. Silence.
Okay, and I'm gonna wait. And I'm gonna go back down to the ground so I don't run out of fly while I'm up here.
Okay. You get back to ground level, above the cave entrance? Or the mine shaft entrance?
Like, I don't know, like a bit further away, you know, like 100 foot away or something.
Okay.
How long is the mine shaft to walk?
150 feet.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, like another 100 feet. And I'll wait invisible and hide behind a rock.
For how long?
5 minutes.
Okay. 5 minutes pass.
Alright. Still invisible. I'm gonna start walking and peeking my head down the corridor looking if they're there.
You don't see them.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly go back.
Is he just gonna abuse like video game AI here to kite these things to death?
Golems are pretty stupid. Maybe that'll work.
Yeah, I mean, they're not just stupid, they're brainless.
Literally brainless.
So I want to go back.
All right. You begin to move yourself back down corridor.
Obviously, if I see them,
Right.
I'm gonna do something different, but yeah.
So, you want to move yourself around a little bit?
Yeah, so I'll go back. I'll go. You steal control of my token.
No, but I can't move it myself.
Okay,
It's like it
I'll draw.
won't be selected by me.
Or me. So I'll draw
Ah, there
my
it is. I
token.
got it now. Somehow.
I hope these things are worth a lot of
What did you
XP.
have to do?
I don't know. I just clicked on it a bunch of times.
I still can't move it, but yeah, I go to like down here, and if I don't see them, I'm gonna try and like go like a square forward and try and peer down the gap to see if they're like waiting for me, right at the edge of the.
There you go. Now you can get it. Somehow it got moved to the map layer by accident.
Okay, so I'm gonna go here and see if I can see if they're like waiting for me right there.
Move this little shit to the map layer so it'll.
In fact, are they even small enough to fit through that hole?
That's pretty questionable, actually. It might be big enough. It depends on how dexterous they are. Certainly, if you were their size, you could fit through it. But can golems like bend over and climb?
How quick did they move when? I mean, you said they moved.
You
quick.
turned around and ran.
Mhm.
You bolted. You didn't get a very good look at them. They definitely go slower than people.
Okay. So are they there? Are they waiting right beyond?
You don't
the
see
hole?
them.
Okay, I'll edge forward. You know, I'll take a step at a time. Keep looking. And
Okay.
I'll eventually get back around the corner and peer and see if they're back on their little pedestals.
They are, but now they are on different pedestals.
Where? Like
One
they
of
swap.
them, actually, one of them's on the guy on the left is on the same pedestal. The guy on the right, I should randomly determine their pedestals each time. Actually, the first guy goes. The guy on the right is in the same spot, and the guy on the left is one pedestal over to the side, the left.
Okay. Can I see any obvious damage from here?
They are blackened and scorched on the outside. But this room is dimly lit with moss.
Yeah.
Is your light still going?
No. As soon as it's fluorescent moss, I cover it back up. Yeah. I don't need it. All right. So what I'll do is the one closest to me, meaning this one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll magic missile him from right here and then run back down the corridor.
All right, you cast magic missile. Roll me some damage.
In the same round, mind you. Walk back down the corridor, right? I didn't get
Sure.
bolded. 12.
The statue crumbles to pieces before you.
All right. Does the other one? I wait here. Do I hear the other one moving?
Yes, you do see
Okay,
the other
keep
one
going.
bend over, picks up a boulder and hurls it in your direction.
Whoa! But I already get back around the side, right?
You waited to watch it do something, and it picked up a boulder and hurled it at you.
It is like 120 yards away, so this is
Yeah.
the part where you get ready to call DM hacks, Nick.
Oh yeah, serious. mean,
what is your
for the
AC
record,
from the protection from normal missiles, or the shield spell?
I think 18.
We'll check. He also has I don't know what the normal missiles protection does.
Yeah, but he's also got cover from peeking around corners.
Thank you.
He's probably just got like his head out, so it's like 90%.
Yeah. So that brings your AC to 28, actually,
Holy
with the
shit.
90% hidden.
Long range, probably.
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe.
And then it rolls a natural 20. Malachi's head explodes like a watermelon.
The large rock it has shatters on the ceiling above you, crumbling down and raining small pebbles on the back of your head.
So that was pretty close. All right, I call that. I'm gonna call that a day, and I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to Van.
Wow.
All right, you exit the mine shaft.
We did it, boys. Game system.
Hey, that's probably the one weakness golems have is that they have no brains.
Entirely mindless creatures.
There's
Right.
nothing else about them that sucks whatsoever.
So I go back to the camp. I assume unmolested.
Yeah, you keep throwing glances over your shoulder, and when you're maybe 150 feet or so from the mine shaft, you see the golem standing at the edge of the mine shaft, reaching to tear a bit of rock off the wall.
Can I get round and behind something?
Not really. The village is still a little bit farther away from you. I need you to make me a initiative roll. See if you can beat the golem out of into cover.
Oh boy.
Shit.
Oh no.
Nope.
You do have like 20. Oh no, you only have like 18 AC. Shit, you might die
The
here, dude.
golem takes another bit of rock and hurls it at you.
Does he just pull it from the wall? Does he?
Yeah, he just grabs a bit of rock from the wall and shakes out a big, hard drive-sized chunk and hurls it at you. Rolls a 14, which is a miss against your... Well, it comes straight for you, and then it kind of like deflects at the last moment, rolling to the side and hitting the ground.
I would say a hard drive-sized rock is protected by protection from normal missiles, though. Anyway.
Well
I'll
then,
say it.
you're doubly lucky.
Yeah. All right. Can I get away then? Are you saying yeah?
Yeah, you can keep getting away.
All right, get away then. I get around the corner or.
All right,
wherever it
you
is I'm-
move into the village, and you see the golem continues out into the field before the village.
Fuck.
All right, I come running, screaming, Van. There's only one left. It's injured.
What the fuck do you want me to do? All right, Van Helsing grabs his flail that he's been practicing with, I assume, just like getting ready just in case something happens. And he's going to intercept Malachi.
I want to get out of sight, Neil. I want to veer off to the right or the left, like down an alleyway or something.
Oh, fuck. Okay, does this is an AoE, right? Range AoE is a 50-foot cube. Awesome. So while we're here, once I intercept Malachi, I think Van's going to prepare for the fight with, if I can find my spell list. There it is. We're going to do Strength of Stone.
Okay. The golem is marching ceaselessly towards the village. Your carriage driver has spotted it.
Yeah.
And
I shall get away!
What? What? What the hell's this shit? I thought we were
The
just coming to
golem.
hang. Fuck this, man. I'm out of here. Grabs the horse and just starts pulling the carriage well away.
Yeah.
Dark takes a shot at the golem from far away with a natural 18, striking it. The arrow just like sticks
Nice.
in the side of the golem.
All right. By the way, here's my D4 for strength.
Is that my turn, Neil? Running away, right?
3.
Yeah.
I have 1810 strength, Neil.
Nice. Darth takes another shot, sticking straight in the belly of the golem, and turns to you guys and says, "This guy's easy. We'll just pepper him from a distance." No
It's
problem."
probably not hurting him, Darth.
What? All right, why don't
It's
we
made
take
of clay.
Why don't we take our break, and on the other side, we'll see if the golem manages to rip you to shreds.
Nah, no way.
See you guys in a
No way.
moment.